ladies and gentlemen of the internet, it's RJ, and today we'll be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Monsterarts Godzilla 2002. Alright everybody, let's talk about this guy's articulation. It's pretty bad. So we have a ball joint for the base of the head. Pretty self-explanatory. We got another one for right here, and another one for right here. Unless you use them all in conjunction, they're not very effective on their own, but as a family, they get the job done. Ball joint for the jaw, such as customary. I don't know why hinges are not used, but oh well. Ball joints for the shoulders, ball joints for the bicep swivel, and then herein lies the problem. We have ball joints instead of hinges for the elbow movement. And that means you have some nice fluid movement for this arm, and then if you look at this arm incorrectly, it flies off, and it already does not work very well. You're not going to get very much movement. Let's demonstrate that right now. Notice how the arm is just kind of sitting flat. That's the most movement you're going to get out of it. This is some quality engineering. And I've noticed a little bit of a trend from Tamashii figures. They either have god-awful paint, god-awful engineering, or both, which is my favorite because it's funny. We have a ball joint for the chest, and then for the midsection, ball joint for the hips. I'm gonna go ahead and go on a limb here and say these probably are hinges right here, because they don't fly off the instant I try moving them, and then ball joints for the ankles. Finally, we have 4 million tiny little ball joints for the tail. Functionally useful. I don't really have anything to complain about here. My complaints lie in this god-awful engineering for the arms. I don't understand what's so difficult about implementing hinges right here so that the articulation, I don't know, fucking works. Now, moving on to detail. This guy looks excellent. Pretty much a one-to-one recreation of the suit. You have the very nice rigid scaly spines all throughout the figure, so he looks nice and pointy. You have the kind of funny looking face. You have the very big fangs towards the front of the mouth. You have the tongue, the very expressive bright yellow eyes. The spines, maybe this is just the very old Bandai vinyls skewing my opinion. I could have sworn they were silver. I'm probably wrong, but on this figure they're a very nice ivoryish bony color with some black dry brushing towards the base. Very nice shading on the claws. The teeth look pretty good. Mine have a nice bright red spatter on them. I'm not going to complain too much about that because I've seen some people where they don't have the red on it and it makes the teeth look too long. Now, my camera kind of makes it look like I've got the dopey eyes, and they definitely do not look like that in person, so I assume it's just the camera playing tricks. And then finally you have his beautiful little ears. So no problems with the detail on mine. I know some people have had laughably bad quality control with this figure, but mine doesn't have that, and that's the one we're talking about. Moving on to accessories, you get the staggering bonus of fucking nothing. For packaging, I like the box on this one quite a lot actually. We have this nice light icy blue towards the bottom, and it fades into this nice darker blue towards the top. Some nice promotional pictures on the back. He's looking pretty fierce here. Not so fierce right there. No bluefin stickers since this is imported. And then here on the front we have Godzilla deep in contemplation, thinking, where did it all go wrong? Finally, for scaling, here we have him with the very old Burning Godzilla release, and finally the undisputed king of the big boy tent, Shin right here. Overall, this release was something of an unpleasant surprise. The figure looks pretty nice, the articulation is kinda ass for the arms, but it's pretty good otherwise. The problem lies in that it's very expensive and it doesn't really come with anything other than the figure. There have also been people that have gotten, like I said earlier, horrifically bad quality control. For one instance, somebody got a figure with completely grinded down teeth, and there is at least one report of someone getting eyes facing in completely different directions. finally, we have the price, with the retail being at about $85. So, is the gamble worth it to you? It was to me because this is one of my favorite designs, maybe not for you though, so tread lightly, tread with care, all that good stuff.